Alright, going short NASDAQ here. Looking for lower prices. This is during the 1250 110 macro. This is on our two evals from Take Profit Trader and Lucid. Entering off of a rejection block on the 1 minute and rejection of the consequent encroachment of a 15-minute SIBI. I took one attempt prior and got stopped out. I was just a little bit early to the move, but I had no desire to go long. We were in such a premium. Price had traded up, took out a bunch of highs. We had been pretty much long from the get-go, and I had no desire to continue going long. I felt like at some point we would want to attack sell side. And I have labeled there, hunting for 35 handles. Just something I'm trying to do with my evals. I don't want to overshoot the consistency rule that they have in place, and both Lucid and Take Profit Trader have a 50% consistency rule. So I don't want to overshoot that and then have to continue trading. It's just not worth it. I really don't want to. I'm okay spending a month on an eval. I don't really want to spend more than a month on an eval. And if I overshoot that consistency rule, then it's just like this never-ending. You never pass them. So one thing I've done recently is, I actually deploy math and try to figure out, okay, like how many handles do I need for this particular trade, or to get half of what my profit target is. So we traded into this 15-minute SIBI, and I like how we are staying in the lower half of that 15-minute SIBI, as well as the lower half of that rejection block. This is on a 1 minute candle chart, by the way. And I really like that 35 handles exactly from my entry is the consequent encroachment of that blue shaded fair value gap. I like that because that was it's not really a market structure shift. I guess you can consider that an order block, and I'm pretty sure a lot of traders have set their stops below that. But again, price was bullish all morning, so I just don't want to go long. When we're one-sided all day long, I'm either going to stay out or look to attack those that have made money. I'm trying to get better at continuation models, but I do better at I don't know. I'm not the greatest at continuation models. I do have to say I'm getting better, but I'm realizing my bread and butter is going against the grain. Asking myself, okay, who's made money? I'm looking to attack. I'm looking for price to show me signs of it wanting to attack whoever's making money. You know, maybe whether that be in the prior session, the prior macro. So just something that I'm starting to realize about myself. Okay, so we get a nice displacement from the 15-minute SIBI as well as that rejection block. And now we're digging into a bullish fair value gap that I want to see act as an inversion. And looking at this trade, all those wicks into that consequent the 15-minute SIBI, you see all those wicks, and we get no close in the upper half. If I was able to add to my position, I would do so there. I can't because I'm trading one mini and I don't want to over leverage myself. But if I was trading micros, I would be adding to my position. If I'm noticing that we're just rejecting, I would add to my position. Now we're starting to get closes below the 15-minute SIBI and rejection block. But I want to see price dig into that inversion fair value gap. Or that, what I hope to be an inversion fair value gap. We need a close below it in order for that to become an inversion fair value gap. But I'm pretty confident now. Everything that price is telling me is signaling to me that it does not want to proceed higher. And to the left of that, to the left of my entry, we have those 3 relative equal highs that we, traded above right before tapping into that 15-minute SIBI. So I have a run on liquidity in terms of highs, and then I also have price tapping into that 15-minute imbalance in the form of a SIBI. So that's 2 levels of confluence, two liquidity pools that we traded into, and that's what I'm looking for. I want to see us trade above an old high, an old session high, relative equal highs or relative equal lows if I'm looking for longs. And if we get a tap into a higher time frame imbalance, even better. Price trading back into that 15-minute SIBI, and I really like that rejection right there. I love that long wick. I love, that's a sign to me, okay, we're failing to close, we're failing to reach into the rejection block, and we're barely making it to the lower half of that 15-minute SIBI with no closes in that lower half. Now I'm looking at that wick, and I would like to see closes in the lower half of it. Get nice displacement here. Looking for closes in the lower half of that bullish fair value gap. I want that to be disrespected. Here's another opportunity to add on this inversion fair value gap. You can add to your position here if we get if price was to trade back into it. That could be another opportunity to pyramid into your position. I'm done for the week after today. I did a lot of trading today. I traded on my personal live account. I took 2 trades. One was a profitable partial. Got stopped out on a partial during the 750 810 macro, and the next was during the 950 1010 macro. I took a long, and I entered 2 micros, took a partial, moved my stop to break even, and then eventually got stopped out. I finished for the week break even in my personal live account, and for the evals, it's been a good month. I passed 3 evals in a month, looking to pass an additional 2 for the within the next couple of weeks, possibly, hopefully. But trading has been good. I'm seeing price very well, especially with the conditions we're dealing with right now. We're dealing with war in Iran, a lot of geopolitical events, a lot of manipulation. You have Trump tweeting all day long. So we just took out relative equal lows that I have labeled as sell side liquidity. That could have been a great terminus as well. But again, I'm looking for 35 handles. I have my stop move to break even, and I'm completely fine with the outcome of this trade. If price was to move against me, then that's fine. I'm looking for this, I have this red shaded area as I'm treating that as like, treating it as a breakaway gap. I want to see price use it as resistance. And now we trade one more time into that inversion fair value gap. Again, this could have been an opportunity to add to your position. And notice how we get no closes on that last candle in the lower half. We just get a wick. Once again, a second wick. Failure to reach consequent encroachment of the inversion fair value gap. That's what I want to see in price. It's a beautiful signature there. We also have a very small SIBI that's between that inversion fair value gap and that breakaway gap. But I'm more so focused on the inversion fair value gap. I want to see price. Beautiful. Yep. Again, another wick here. And now we're reaching into the 150 210 macro within a few minutes, so I'm just keeping mind of time. And this is what I want to see, a nice large down close candle. Looking for a close below that breakaway gap now. Beautiful, we get that. We also get a close below that relative equal low level that we just took out. I like that. And now tapping into that BISI that I have labeled in blue. I want to see price dig into it. I have my terminus limit order a tick above that consequent encroachment. Price trading back into that breakaway gap and a newly formed bearish fair value gap from that down close candle. Here I'm just annotating come to Papa. These are some of my favorite moments of a trade, when all the signatures of price are in your favor and you're just like, it's only a matter of time. It's going to take my limit order. It's going to reach my terminus. And again, you could still be wrong, but when everything is telling you a story and it's signaling to you everything you want to see, oh man, there's nothing better than that. And here we get some wicks into that breakaway gap with no closures in the lower half. I love that. Starting to get some heaviness here. And there's our 35 handle secured. That's all she wrote.